Do I even need an introduction, guys? This dress is already speaking for itself. Hey loves, today we'll be sewing this viral hem halter mini dress everyone has been obsessed with. It's cute, it's bouncy and super easy to make. If you're ready, let's jump right into it. Welcome back. To begin with, I'll be using this silk fabric. For fabric of choice, all you need is chiffon, any light fabric like light crepe or any light fabric, and I'm going to be using 1.5 of this fabric. I've gone ahead to mark my startup line, so the next measurement should be my chest line, and I'm going to mark my waistline. I'm also going to mark my hip line and the length of my top. So the length that I'm using now is 35. This dress was meant to end at 31 inches because this is a mini dress, but I added extra 4 inches because of the bubble effect. So go ahead, if you want it more flowy other than the one you saw on the video, you should either add extra 2 to make it 6 for the flowy effect, depending on the length of your dress. So I've also gone ahead to connect those lines straight. As you can see, I'm also going to go ahead to label my neck, my chest line, and also my waistline. I'm going to mark my waistline there and also label my hip line and the length of my dress. I'm showing you this method because I'll be cutting an A-line flay because I don't have enough fabric. I'll go ahead to take my neck depth of 4 inches and I'm going to add extra 3 inches to it because we'll be gathering that part. The next thing I'm going to do is to take my bust circumference divided by 4 and I'm just going to go ahead to mark that part. On my waist area, I'm not going to take the measurement. What I did was just take my hip measurement divided by 4 and I also marked the same measurement on the length, the down part, and I'm going to connect that line straight to meet my bust length. Why? Because it's a free dress, so I don't need my waist measurement. I'm going to add extra 4 inches to that measurement for the A-line shape, and at the end I'm going to add 3 inches and I'm just going to go ahead to connect straight like you see me doing. I'm just going to go ahead to connect that line straight down till I get to that 4 inches line, the 4 inches that we added to the dress. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to connect that line down to my waistline because I wanted this dress to, the back dress to fall from my waistline. I'm going to connect a slant line from my neck to the waistline like so. So I'm just going to go ahead to correct those lines and give it a nice shape, and this is literally what I have for my dress. I'm very comfortable with this because I don't want this dress too bulky or too big, but if you want it more bigger than this, all you need to do is to add more allowance like 5 to 6. So for the bubble effect, I wanted to start from down my waistline to 7 inches and I mark 7 inches round and I connect like you see me doing. Because I'll be using this pattern to cut for my front and back, I'm going to mark half, 1.5 on the waistline for the back pattern, and I'm going to connect with a straight line for the back. So this is for the back pattern, and this is because I'll be adding elastic there. So this is the allowance for where the elastic will sit. I'll go ahead to label that part back and here front. I'll go ahead to cut my pattern. Just going to go ahead to cut that part. So this is where the back is going to sit. But before I cut that, I will just go ahead to take my neck depth of 1.5 and I'll curve like you see me doing, and I also go ahead to cut this pattern out. I would advise you do the same if you're following along. I'll also go ahead to cut this out like you see me doing, and when I'm done I'm going to place this on my fabric and give just ½ inch allowance, and on the down part I'm also going to give 1 inch allowance. And mind you, you need to fold your fabric on a bias form, but if you have enough fabric you should just go ahead to follow through with how you folded your fabric on a bias form to cut this pattern. But I don't have enough fabric and that's why I'm trying to make use of this pattern. So I'm just going to go ahead to cut this out and I'll show you guys what we have after I was done. So this is what I have for the front part. I've gone ahead to give allowance on the top part and on the side. I'm also going to go ahead to notch that side where we're going to place the elastic, and I'm also going to go ahead to notch where the back we join to the front part. So I used my pen to mark that area, and I'm going to also go ahead to notch that area with my scissors. I'll also do the same thing on the waist area where we're going to be joining to the back area. So for the down part, as you can see, I added extra 1 inch to that line. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to cut for the front part, the back part, sorry. So this is the leftover fabric that I have. Like I told you guys, I don't have enough fabric for this dress, but I'm happy that it turned out the way it did. I'm going to just go ahead to pin this down like you see me doing, and I'm just going to trace where the back, where we have that 1.5 inches added to create the band that will sit on the that we're going to pipe in with the elastic. So I just go ahead to cut rounds like you see me doing, and when I get to that part, I'm just going to trace that area and also go ahead to cut that part out. So after I was done, I'm just going to raise the front part up like you see me doing, and as I'm raising it up, I'm trying to make sure that it sits on that line. I'm just going to be using my hand to eyeball that line and be sure that we are having a straight line. And what I'm going to do is just to cut that line straight like you see me doing. After I was done, I'm just going to go ahead to notch that area that we're going to be also joined to the front part, and also notch where the elastic is going to start from. I'm just going to go ahead to notch it like you see me doing, and from that notch area I'm going to take my tape to take the measurement down. What I have is 11 1/4. I'm going to mark that line like you see me doing. I'm also going to go ahead to mark that line straight, but because I noticed that it's not that clear, I'll be using a chalk to mark that line. And mind you, this line I'm marking it on the back part of my dress where I'll be adding that elastic to form that bubble. So I'm just going to use whatever measurement I have from that place where we have the notch. I'm going to follow through with the measurements down to the end part of front the front dress. I'm going to just be marking it with that 11 1/4 till I get to the end part. And when I'm done, I'm going to also do the same thing to the back dress. I'm just going to also take the same measurements and mark like you see me doing. After I was done on both sides, I'm going to go ahead to fold my back with 1/2 inch and further fold again with 1/2 inch. I'm going to go ahead to sew with a stretch stitch on that end. So I'll just use this pin to hold that part in place because this fabric is a silky fabric, so it's quite slippery, so you just have to pin it down before joining the line. So just watch as I pin this down, and if you're working with a fabric like this, just do the same thing like you see me doing. So after I was done, this is what I have for the back. I'm gonna ahead to sew that straight line, and mind you, based on the elastic that you're going to place it on your back, for this elastic this is 1/2 inches, so just make sure that the space that you give will be enough to allow the elastic to sit freely. So what I did was just take my waist measurement, divide by 2, and I minus just 2 inches. So I'm just going to take the measurement, which is 15. I'm going to go ahead to cut. Like I said, I took off 2 inches from my waist measurement, divide by 2. You can just do the same thing, and I'm going to pass that elastic through. The next thing I'm going to do after I was done is to go ahead to gather that part. I'm going to take this elastic, I'm going to use this to sew straight. While I sew, I'll just be dragging that elastic to gather that part where this bubble effect is going to fall. I'll do the same thing for both the front and the back piece. And this is what I have after I was done for the front. I've gone ahead to gather that part. Okay, so this is what I have. I followed through the chalk that we marked, and this is what I have for the front. And for the back, I also did the same thing, and I went ahead to place that elastic on the waist area, notch that part. I made a stitch there. I also dragged my elastic to form this gather effect. For the band, what I have was just 5 inches by any length of your choice. I'm going to be joining these two pieces because I don't have enough fabric. So I'm just going to set this aside to round up the dress. I'm going to go ahead to join the dress together. I'm going to bring the front and the back together, following the notches that we have in place. I'm going to pin them down and sew with a stretch stitch on both sides. So I'll also go ahead to hem the down part of my dress, and this is literally what I have after I was done with the dress. So the next thing I'm going to do now is from the side, I'm going to go ahead to fold with quarter of an inch and quarter and further folding again with quarter of an inch. So because of the fabric is too slippery, I'm also going to use pin to hold this in place while folding. I'm going to be pinning down till I get to the end part of the top, and I'll also go ahead to give it a stretch stitch on that end on both sides, and I'll show you guys what I have after I was done. So guys, this is what I have after I've gone ahead to hem the down part, and I've also gone ahead to sew the sides. I've also gone ahead to gather this neck area, so just go ahead to sew with a loose stitch. Then I'm just going to use my hand to gather that part. Depending on how you want this. For me, I want this to stop at 6 inches because I want to be showing a little of my boobs area like the picture you can see on the screen. So I'll be going with 6 inches, so you can go with 8 inches or whatever inches you want to go. So I've joined that band in two places. I'll be using that midpoint as my neck midpoint. I'm also going to go ahead to take the measurement of 3 inches on both sides for my neck. So at this point, what I'm going to do, I'll just pin that area down like you see me doing. I'll also go ahead to take my tape. I'll take the measurement of 3 inches like I said, and from the other side I'm also going to mark 3 inches, and the next thing I'm going to do is to sew with a stretch stitch, and also sew from that other end with a stretch stitch. I will notch that area and also notch on the other side. So I also get the midpoint of my top, place one part of that, making sure that the left side of my dress is facing the right side of the band. I'm going to go ahead to pin like you see me doing, and also I'll be readjusting to making sure that it is evenly distributed on that side of the neck, and also go ahead to pin down. I'll do the same thing on both the two sides like you see me demonstrating on this. Just go ahead and do the same. I will take this other side and I'll pin to the edge of the neck dress, and I'll also go ahead to readjust like you see me doing and pin down. Then I'll also go ahead to sew with a stretch stitch on that area, and after I was done, I'm just going to go ahead to flip that inward with that half inches that we sewed earlier on. I'm going to flip this with half inch, and I'm just going to go ahead to sew with a stretch stitch like you see me doing. I'll just go ahead to pin down and also pin down on that area by the side, and also do the same from the other side, and I'll just go ahead to sew with a stretch stitch. And that is it for this video. If this video was helpful, please do wait to subscribe to my channel and follow me for more. See you guys.